Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, sirree. Willie Brown, the Mississippi Blues, 1940. There's a Texas blues song I'd like to do for you. I wasn't really planning on doing this song, but they wrote about it in a program and it's been stuck in my head. It's the song I first heard. I got a hold of this fella that collected old records, you know, and he sold cassettes to people that wanted to collect old records but couldn't collect old records because they're collector's items. Ain't enough to go around. So he sold cassettes of the records. So I got a cassette of 10 songs by a man named Little Hat Jones. I listened to those 10 songs. I said, Lord have mercy, good God Almighty. I used to say that a lot when I was traveling with Reverend Gary Davis back in the 60s. So I said, I got to meet this man. And he was a Texas blues singer, so I went to Texas. And I looked around a few places, and I realized this was going to be a tough search. I asked many people. Finally, I narrowed my questionnaire down to just the blues singers. I asked the great Lightning Hopkins before he died. I said, Lightning? And he said, Roy. That's what he always called me. I said, you remember when you were a younger fella made 10 records in 1929, 6 in January and 4 in June, Little Hat? He says, never heard of them. I said, I thought you'd be the answer. He said, well, I'm not. And I went down the road a little further. I met B.B. King. I was working in Houston. I said, B.B.? And he says to me, B.B.? That's what he always called me, bookbinder, you know. I said, you remember running into a guitar player there? He says, never heard of him. I said, Lord have mercy. I never met anybody that knew the man. I wanted to meet him, get close to his music, and I couldn't, so I took the intellectual academic approach to the matter. I transcribed the lyrics into my notebook and studied the poetic content, realizing after a short while the man was not a great poet of the blues. After all, I do have 2 years of junior college behind me, believe it or not. And there were errors in his poetry. I mean, the song was called Kentucky Blues, and there was references to submarines in it. I'm ex-Navy, I know. There were no submarine bases planned for Kentucky. So I know nothing about this man. However, I was looking for Jesse Babyface Thomas. That's a long story, and I don't have time to tell it tonight. And I found him. He made 1 record in 29, but he lived in Shreveport. So I asked him, you've been to Texas. Do you remember Little Hat Jones? He says, yeah. I said, what can you tell me about Little Hat Jones? I had my notebook out. He said, that man, Little Hat Jones, he had the biggest head I'd ever seen on shoulders. And I'm writing it down like a college boy. I said, what else do you remember about him? He said, that's all I remember. So I don't know anything about the man. It's a shame because I like to have a little anecdote to tell an audience about another person's song and I don't know anything. So I'll just do the song. Before I learned this song, I didn't know index finger could have such a large time. Whilst we was here, we was having some fun. Laws jumped up and said nobody run. Long gone from Kentucky, long gone, done got away lucky, and I left so keen I been gone like a submarine. My woman pulled her hat up on the windows of bed. She said, don't let him kill bookbinder dead. Yes, says, don't you worry, mama, cause it won't be long. I'm gonna leave you here, baby, sing this worried song. And I left so keen, gone like a submarine. Yonder comes the Santa Fe, she passing and flying. Well, you only see me reach out to grab the blind. There's another long gone from Kentucky, long gone, done got away lucky, and I left so keen I been gone like a submarine. Play them blues. Once knowed a man called Austin Jack and stopped to put them bloodhounds on my track. No, the blinders couldn't catch my scent, they couldn't tell where Little Hattie went because they left so keen, he'll be gone like a submarine. just like 1929. Well, I don't play the dozens, neither the tens, but if you keep on talking, gonna ease you in. I said you keep on talking, gonna make me mad. I'm gonna tell you about the mothers that your father. I don't play the dozens, I the clam man, and neither the tens. Well, let's sing this verse, ain't gonna sing no more. Long gone from Kentucky, long gone, I done got away lucky, and I left Sakine, gone like a submarine. I said I left Sakine, I've been gone like a submarine. Thank you.